The most important things in hardcore Minecraft are automatic farms. So sit back, relax, and watch me spend 100 days building some of the best automatic farms there are. The first farm we'll be building is a slime farm. Luckily this is a very straightforward and simple slime farm, which I'll leave the link in the description. But let's just grab some materials real quick. First things first, you're going to need a swamp or a slime chunk, but swamps are preferably better. And you're going to need a good decent amount of space. I think it was around 45 by 45 area for this. So let's do a bit of clearing out. As we just tidy up these last few blocks here, we've finally created enough space to start the slime farm. First things first is we're going to need a 7x7 hole. This is going to be for the killing chamber and the collection system. Now that that's finished, it's time to build the main part of the farm. It's a very simple and straightforward farm. Like I said, I will leave all the link in the descriptions for all of these farms in this video, so you can follow along. After building the AFK spot and AFKing for literally, I want to say 5 minutes, we fly down just to see how many slime blocks we get. As you can see, it is a very efficient farm, so on to the next one. For this next farm, we're going to need a lot of bees' nests, because as you can probably guess, we're making a honey farm. After collecting up all the materials and building a little spot for it in our spawn chunks, we finally managed to build the farm. Unfortunately, the files got corrupted for this, so I did actually build it, as you can see, quickly, but that's all you're going to see. As we collect some materials for the next build, this farm is very controversial in the Minecraft world, but you know what? My world, my rules. This is Shulkercraft's gravity block duplicator. So that's for sand, gravel and concrete blocks. So yeah, my world, my rules. First things first was obviously clearing the end portal out, so it was just the portal itself. And this farm was a very tricky farm to build. It's just a tedious one. Obviously, it's very straightforward when you're watching the video, but if you make one mistake, I'm not a redstone guy, so I don't know where I've gone wrong. So, good luck. So yeah, after we place a block in the chunk loader, we finally place all the sand on the glass. This is what's going to get chucked through the portal and duplicate when it goes through to the other end. Just a quick reminder, if you're building this, you want to make sure that once you go through, once you're done with the farm, remember to come turn off the machine and the chunk loader, otherwise it will break and most likely lag out your server, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, so I literally AFK'd for 10 minutes and look how much sand. I think it makes something like 75,000 sand an hour, which is insane. The next farm I wanted to build is Ilmango's bone meal farm. By the way, this guy, his farms are just insane. But I thought I'd go for a schematic on this one just because I do struggle with redstone a little bit, so I thought it'd just be easier this way rather than trying to follow a video. So yeah, also this is the first time I used the schematic mod, so if I don't look like a professional, then don't moan. Well, after building this farm, which is very straightforward with the schematic mod, as you can see, it creates an insane amount of bone meal. Also with this one, don't leave the chunks because mine broke and I'm going to have to repair it. But yeah, just a quick little break. I wanted to collect up all my iron before it overflowed my chests, because in the next, I want to say next episode, maybe the one after that, there's a very big project coming up which I need a lot and a lot of iron. So this is going to be a little sneak peek of what that episode is going to consist of. I just need a beacon for it first. So as we get our haste 2 beacon, we're going to come down to the build that we built in the previous, which was the enchanting room. And I'm building a 200 long tunnel, which is going to consist of an insane storage room. Fully automatic, hold every block in the game storage room. So I'm just going to give it a sneak peek in this video because it's going to be a very big project and I'm not sure when it's going to be coming out, but just stay tuned for it. After digging a bit of the tunnel out, I went and checked to see how the bone meal was getting on, and as you can see, just from in the background, it was creating a lovely amount of bone meal. So I thought, just for now, this ain't the prettiest, but I am just going to extend this storage system. Next thing I wanted to do, which, again, controversial, but I needed fuel for my auto smelter, and I thought the best way of doing that was to duplicate carpets. I built 2 of them either end, and I gotta say, they're so handy. The next farm I was building was probably one of my favourite farms, the Wither Skeleton farm, which obviously you need turtle eggs for, but this is such an overpowered farm. So yeah, let's just quickly collect the rest of the materials and let's get building. After getting the final few materials for this build, it was finally time to start building this. Also, I highly recommend getting potion resistant potions and also invisibility potions, and I didn't do either, but you can just see me absolutely getting blasted by this blaze. And let me tell you something, it wasn't fun. So after we built this bedrock breaker, which definitely didn't take me about 8 times to do, we was finally able to get up onto the nether roof, which we could build the second part of the farm with. I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but this is just a quick little time lapse, and this is me killing some wither skeletons, which finally allowed us to get loads of wither skulls, which is absolutely beautiful. So we went straight to the end after this to get as many stars as we could. After getting our second haste 2 beacon, I thought I would just clear out as much more of this mine as I could, because obviously beacons only allow you to go 50 blocks with the perk. So I built another one 50 blocks away, which just allowed me to clear out a bit more space for the next episode. Now this next farm that we're building, as you see, I'm just grabbing the last materials here, is one of the most important farms that you can get on this game, and I am just going to completely skip this farm because this took me absolutely ages and I can't be bothered to edit all of that. So this is me using the farm afterwards. Obviously it's a raid farm, you've seen them thousands of times all over YouTube, but I just kept mucking it up. I don't know why, I just couldn't do it, but I eventually done it, and as you can see, getting a nice amount of levels, and the main part is the totems. After using the farm for about 10-15 minutes, we finally were able to get a shulker box of totems plus many more. After that, we just done a bit of maintenance, got some more of the iron out of the chest. Because this is in spawn chunks, it just loads all of the time. But it was time for our next farm, which we're building right next to the bone meal farm for a reason, which is this really, really good wood farm that I didn't know existed. I'm not gonna lie, the whole reason I built the slime and the honey farm is because I thought I needed them for a wood farm. But this is probably one of the easiest builds and most efficient builds I've ever done. Highly recommend. After AFK and at the wood farm for just a little while, I made all of the logs into chests, and then I used all of the iron that I have been collecting to make into hoppers as well. This is all obviously for the mega storage system that I'm going to be building. So if you've got any ideas for a design of this build, then let me know. I am working on something, but I'm always happy to tweak it. But yeah, so the next farm that I wanted to build, and this is actually the last farm of the video, is the very overpowered gold XP farm that you've seen so many YouTubers build. It is absolutely overpowered. I'm so happy I built this. But yeah, I definitely had fire resistant potions here, which absolutely made my life 10 times easier. So yeah, after grabbing a bunch of materials like the 5 shulker boxes of magma blocks, it was finally time to start building this farm. This farm didn't take me too long to build. It was just one of those tedious jobs, and building this glass roof to stop the ghast spawns. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just standing here getting as much XP as I could ever wish for, plus gold at the same time. But yeah, I highly recommend building majority of these farms. I will leave all the links to in the description of these farms. But if you enjoyed, please make sure to subscribe and like the video, and also comment what else you would like to see on this channel. Would you rather see the more long form content, or would you rather see short form content? Please let me know, and yeah, peace.